Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan admits no confidence motion moved by opposition parties. Government will not allow dilution in SCST Act, says Home Minister Rajnath Singh in Parliament. Heavy rain and floods continue to affect normal life in Gujarat. Death toll rises to 30. Met Department predicts heavy rainfall for next 5 days. 3 people arrested in connection with Greater Noida's multi-story building collapse case. Iran files a lawsuit against the US in International Court of Justice, says sanctions on Tehran violate a 1955 treaty between the two countries. And Javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra bags gold at Sotteville athletics meet in France. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan today admitted the no confidence motion moved by the opposition on the opening day of the monsoon session of Parliament. Ms. Mahajan said the date and time of the discussion will be decided within 10 days. She also accepted resignation of 5 YSR Congress MPs from Andhra Pradesh and 3 others from Karnataka. Earlier, as soon as the Speaker took up the question hour, members from opposition parties, including the Congress, wanted to raise various issues, creating a din. Members from TDP and SP trooped into the well with placards and shouted slogans. Before the question hour, 4 members who were elected to the House in the recently held by-polls took oath. They are Madhukar Rao Kukude from Bhandara Gondia and Rajendra Gavit from Palghar in Maharashtra, Thokeho from Nagaland and Tabassum Begum from Kairana. The House also paid tributes to its former members Bahadur Singh, Sanat Kumar Mandal and Kandala Subramaniam. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the government is ready for discussion on all issues in the monsoon session of Parliament. Talking to media outside Parliament, Mr. Modi said the government expects all political parties to cooperate and let the session function smoothly.
वर्षा सत्र में देश हित के कई महत्वपूर्ण मसले जिसका निर्णय होना जरूरी है, देश के कई महत्वपूर्ण मसलों पर चर्चा होना जरूरी है और जितनी व्यापक चर्चा होगी उतना देश को भी लाभ होगा, सरकार को भी अपनी निर्णय प्रक्रिया में अच्छे सुझावों से फायदा होगा। मैं आशा करता हूं कि सभी राजनीतिक दल सदन के समय का सर्वाधिक उपयोग देश के महत्वपूर्ण कामों को आगे बढ़ाने में करेंगे। कोई भी दल, कोई भी सदस्य किसी भी विषय पर चर्चा करना चाहता है, सरकार हर चर्चा के लिए तैयार है।
Mr. Modi hoped that the proceedings of Parliament prove to be motivational and set an example for the state legislative assemblies as well. Home Minister Rajnath Singh today said the government will not allow any dilution in any of the provisions of the SCST Prevention of Atrocities Act. Replying to supplementaries during the question hour in the Rajya Sabha, Mr. Singh said the NDA government in 2015 has not only made amendments to make it more effective, but also changed the rules to strengthen it. He said for speedy disposal of cases, the government is in the process of setting up of special courts in states.
चाहे एससी या एसटी अथवा ओबीसी किसी भी कम्युनिटी के रिजर्वेशन को न इस देश का कोई व्यक्ति छीन सकता है, न कोई संस्था छीन सकती है और इस संबंध में एक एसएलपी भी कोर्ट में फाइल की गई है और कल इस संबंध में डिटेल जानकारी हम प्राप्त करके कैडी मिनिस्टर इस संबंध में विस्तृत बयान देंगे।
The minister said 194 such courts are operational in the country. The Rajya Sabha remembered Nelson Mandela, a non-violence anti-apartheid revolutionary, on his 100th birth anniversary today. Making a reference on the occasion, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said Mandela was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi in his long walk and struggle against apartheid. Mr. Naidu said Mandela will continue to be a source of inspiration for civil rights activists worldwide. We talked to PTI's South Africa correspondent, who gave us details about the activities on the 100th birth anniversary of Nelson Mandela.
There is frenzied activity all over South Africa today as people engage in their 67 days for Mandela. It happens every year, of course, where there's a lot of community activity going on. Painting schools, helping the underprivileged, doing many kinds of community activities. This year is extra special because it's 100 years since Madiba was born. It's his centenary. So some people are even doing 167 minutes. The 67 comes from the time that he spent in prison.
Prime Minister Modi has shared a letter written by a student, Sakshi Pradyuman, who secured more than 99% marks in the Class 12th exam. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said he is glad that the book Exam Warriors helped her during her exam preparations. In her letter, Sakshi said the book Exam Warriors, written by Mr. Modi, has helped her to relieve stress and increase confidence during the exam. The Prime Minister thanked Sakshi for her letter. In Tamil Nadu, skill training is being imparted to the youth under the Prime Minister's Skill Development Program to harness their talent and contribute towards nation building. Under the scheme, the State Labour and Employment Department conducted training programs in Dharmapuri district. Here is a ground report from our correspondent.
The organizer of the training program told that more than 100 women from the district were trained in tailoring and related skills in the past year.
Considering Pannagram, training in tailoring has become a necessary skill as the nearby areas of Hosur and Bangalore create a demand for it. The training center lends a solid support to the women living here. In Dharmapuri, there is nothing special as it is a dry area. That is why we gave skill training in tailoring as women would benefit a lot from the training.
Another beneficiary, Prashanti, told that she had learnt a lot of skills after attending the training.
Hi, I'm Prashanti. I have been benefited by training in tailoring skills. I have also learnt embroidery and computer, adding to my skills. Now, I am self-reliant after the training.
In Tamil Nadu, there are 579 training providers and 56,63,820 registered candidates, 195 employers, 39,991 trainees and 53,686 skilled youth awaiting employment as on date. Joy, AIR News, Chennai.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Heavy rain and floods continue to affect normal life in parts of Gujarat. State Relief Director and Additional Secretary Manoj Kothari said 30 people have so far lost their lives in South Gujarat and Saurashtra. A total of 113 villages are still without power and a number of roads, including 2 national highways and 12 state highways, are closed due to heavy rain. More from our correspondent.
3,500 people who were trapped in the flood due to heavy rains in Saurashtra and South Gujarat have been rescued and shifted to safer places with the joint efforts of the local administrations and the National Disaster Response Force. 20 teams of NDRF have been deployed for relief and rescue work. Chief Minister Vijay Rupani reviewed the flood situation and relief rescue operations yesterday. The Met Office has predicted heavy rains in the next 5 days in South Gujarat, Saurashtra, Kutch and North Gujarat. Bharat Devmani, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Kerala, incessant rain has thrown life out of gear with floodwater submerging many areas, especially in the coastal districts. 4 more people died today in various rain-related incidents. As per reports, nearly 34,000 people have been shifted to relief camps as the floodwater has not yet receded in several places. A 45-member National Disaster Response Force team has been deployed to carry out relief operations. The Met Department has predicted heavy rain will continue till Saturday. Home Minister Rajnath Singh today said if any state government sends a memorandum to the Centre for Flood Assistance, it will be given only after assessment by a central team. Replying to Lok Sabha members' demands during 0 hour that many states are affected by flood, Mr. Singh said the Centre first sends a team to assess the damage and then a high-level team decides on the compensation.
फ्लड की अथवा किसी कैलेमिटी की कोई भी जानकारी प्राप्त की है तो मैं संबंधित मुख्यमंत्रियों से बात करता हूं। इसके पहले भी केरला में भी जब हुआ है अथवा कर्नाटक में भी जब इस प्रकार की कोई कैलेमिटी हुई है तो कभी फ्लड की सिचुएशन वहां पर पैदा हुई है तो वहां के कंसर्न मिनिस्टर्स से बात करके मैंने जो कुछ भी एनडीआरएफ की अथवा दूसरी जो फैसिलिटीज जो प्रोवाइड की जा सकती इस चैलेंज को मीट आउट करने के लिए वो बराबर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा प्रोवाइड की हैं।
Normal life was affected in Manipur today by the 48-hour statewide general strike which began at midnight last night. The strike has been called by the Manipur University Students' Union, demanding removal of Professor A.P. Pandey from the post of Vice-Chancellor of the university. The student body has levelled certain allegations against the Vice-Chancellor, including financial irregularities. 3 people have been arrested in connection with last evening's collapse of 2 multi-story buildings at Greater Noida in Uttar Pradesh. The arrested include the builder and owner of the land. An FIR has also been lodged under different criminal acts. Many people, most of them labourers, were trapped last evening after a 6-story under-construction structure collapsed on an adjacent building in Chopra village. 3 bodies have been recovered so far. Relief and rescue operations by 4 NDRF teams are in full swing. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has ordered a probe into the incident. A magisterial inquiry has also been ordered by the district magistrate, who has sought a report within 15 days. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj met her Ghanaian counterpart Shirley Ayokor Bochwe in New Delhi today and discussed ways to strengthen relations between the two countries. In a tweet, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said the two leaders held delegation-level talks and deliberated upon ways to enhance cooperation in development, capacity building, trade and investment, and people-to-people relationship. Iran has filed a lawsuit against the United States in the International Court of Justice at The Hague. Tehran alleged that Washington's decision in May to impose sanctions after pulling out of the 2015 nuclear deal violates a 1955 treaty between the two countries. Iranian Foreign Minister said Iran is committed to the rule of law in the face of U.S. contempt for diplomacy and legal obligations. A U.S. State Department official said the application was without merit and Washington would fight it in the court. U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew from the pact reached by his predecessor Barack Obama and other world powers with Iran and ordered tough U.S. sanctions on Tehran. U.S. President Donald Trump has said there is no hurry to denuclearize North Korea under his accord with President Kim Jong-un. Speaking to media in Washington, he said discussions are proceeding well and have no time and speed limit. Mr. Trump said he discussed the North Korean issue with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday at their summit in Helsinki. The European Union and Japan have signed one of the world's biggest free trade deals, covering nearly a third of the world's GDP. The agreement was signed in Tokyo yesterday. EU Council President Jean-Claude Juncker said they are sending a clear message that both sides stand together against protectionism. Mr. Abe said the agreement shows the world the unshaken political will of Japan and the EU to lead the world as the champions of free trade at a time when protectionism has spread. Benchmark domestic stocks fell marginally in afternoon trade today. The fall was attributed to mixed Asian share indices and U.S. dollar extending gains after upbeat comments from U.S. Federal Reserve. In a steady trade, the Sensex of the Bombay Stock Exchange lost 95 points to 36,425 and the Nifty at the National Exchange slipped 16 points to 10,992. India's ace javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra has bagged a gold medal at the Sotteville athletics meet in France. The 20-year-old, who won a gold in the recently held Commonwealth Games at Gold Coast, again claimed the top honours last night by throwing 85.17 metres. Moldovan Andrian Mardare settled for the silver, while Edis Matusevicius of Lithuania took home the bronze. Chopra will feature at next month's Asian Games in Indonesia. The Indian junior women's hockey team registered its third consecutive win at the Under-23 Six Nation tournament at Antwerp, Belgium last night. They defeated the hosts 2-0 in their third round-robin game to strengthen their chances of making it to the final. Sangeeta Kumari and Salima Tete were the goal scorers. India will take on Canada in their fourth match at 6:30 this evening. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan admits no confidence motion moved by opposition parties. Government will not allow dilution in SC/ST Act, says Home Minister Rajnath Singh in Parliament. Heavy rain and floods continue to affect normal life in Gujarat. Death toll rises to 30. Met Department predicts heavy rainfall for next 5 days. 3 people arrested in connection with Greater Noida's multi-story building collapse case. Iran files a lawsuit against the U.S. and International Court of Justice, says sanctions on Tehran violate a 1955 treaty between the two countries. And javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra bags gold at Sotteville athletics meet in France. And with that, we end the midday news.